up, everybody? We are 11 days out from Endgame 2020, and I am doing another 12-minute video on the road. So yesterday, I put out the worst video ever. Like, that video was really rushed. I just wanted to say something to you guys because we're getting so close to the end of Endgame 2020. And so I apologize. The video should have been better. I should have worked on it earlier today, which I didn't. But, however, I am working on a major, huge video right now that's going to expose a lot of stuff that's going to have nothing to do with the simulation. I'm sorry if you're looking forward to that, but it actually is going to be, I'll be talking about reptilians and, of course, the Anunnaki. And a lot of stuff that you've been told is most likely lies. And we can see that through patterns. Why would anything that I say mean anything at all about this subject? Well, you guys all know I had a visit 3 years ago, and there was, evidence left behind from a reptilian being when I was sleeping in my school. From that moment on, my brain became unlocked. Okay, so I have been able to connect the dots on so many things like rapid. Like, it's just so fast that, and so apparent in my face, that there's two possibilities. One, we're in a simulation and there's just everybody else is NPCs besides 172 people. Or the other is that we're not in a simulation. We are in a natural reality, which really doesn't make a lot of sense with a lot of stuff that's going on. That's the reason why I think more simulation, unless that aliens are hacking time. Okay, they're doing a time hack. And the aliens that would be doing the time hack would be most likely the ones coming from another planet. So the possibilities are higher that we are in a simulation than they are the alien life forms are time hacking. But it's still the same because that's a possibility too. So what does all that have to do with me speaking about reptilians and how I understand them differently? I've never personally had a conversation with a reptilian being. I've never personally saw with my own very eyes that I am aware of, that I can remember, okay? That's important to also point that out. I have never actually saw one with my own eyes. I am not going to just make shit up for the sake of making things up, okay? I'm going to tell you my perspective of looking at facts and evidence of things that you can all look at, and then from there, I'm going to talk about personalities, human being personalities that you can identify with, because you're a human. So, and how the whole thing about how alien life forms work, and how you're not the only complex creature in the world, in the universe, as well as on this planet. Okay? Right now I'm speaking as if we're outside of simulation. Right now I'm speaking as if we are in a natural reality. And you need to understand. So I was texting Susos earlier today on his live chat today, and I was saying something about aliens, and he said, "What the hell does that got to do with anything about being in a simulation? Why would you even talk about that?" Because it does not matter. I did a video, and if you guys haven't seen it, there's a video that I did a while ago called Science, I think it's called Religion, Aliens, and Scientists Inside of the Simulation. And yeah, I have to get the one done on scientists. I'm going to try to push that out within the next 11 days too, where I'm going to debunk some of the scientists and show how some of the stuff that they're saying is totally misleading, just by looking at facts, especially the 1972 time glitch fact. Okay, but he was saying, well, how the hell? What does that matter? It still matters whether you're in a simulation or you're not in a simulation. It still matters. in a simulation, if you can figure out about alien life forms and stuff like that, and you're exposed to this stuff, it's only a reflection of the natural reality, most likely. That seems like it would make sense. Just like everything else is a reflection of a natural reality, like that car that just passed me, like this road that I'm on, like this camera I'm talking to you on. These are all just reflections of the natural world. There are glitches inside of that, and I don't think that aliens in the simulation are glitches, because it would be absurd to think that you are the only complex being in the entire universe, in the galaxy, on this planet. It just doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry if you believe that, and your sight is only from what's right in front of you, and that you're very narrow-sighted, and that's not really your fault, to be honest. When you were born as a child, there were people there to close the doors in your mind. And I've thought this for a very long time anyhow, that children's minds are completely open, they're untampered with. But adults will put things there to close your mind off from possibilities as a child, to shut things off. And all of those things are all systems. They're all systems. The education system, they'll explain, you'll learn about money and how that works through the banking system. You'll learn about politics and the pecking order that you are now in because of the political system. All these systems that your parents unknowingly, who also have been duped because the system was imposed on them as well against their will, just like these systems were imposed on you against your will. You did not personally, as a child, say, hey, I wanna take part in these systems. No, you didn't have a choice. You literally did not have a choice. You're born, you're given a number. In America, we have what's called a Social Security number. There's a reason why you have a number. There's a reason why you have to have an identification. So I heard somebody say on a video, I don't know, probably about a year or so ago, maybe not that far ago, and it was this guy, and he said that he was a wild human being, that he was wild. And he was saying that he's completely has no identification, no nothing, and that he's pretty much untrackable, is what he claims, that he's pretty much got rid of everything, which made him actually a wild human being, because he doesn't have a tracking number, and if he's not taking part in the systems, by using currency, that's part of the banking system, by using anything as, the medical system, by going, instead of getting hurt, you call 911, so you can go to the, to the hospital to let the system take care of your ills. If something bad happens, you call 911. You have the police, the justice system come and take care of your disputes because you can't protect yourself, or whatever. These systems, you literally didn't really have a choice as a child. They're imposed on you. But I guess that there are some people that you probably will never ever hear about because they are completely wild human beings who are not part of the system. They have found a way to separate themselves from it, which in a simulation is another. I mean, you can flip that all the way to a simulation too, right? In a simulation, NPCs have to protect the system, you're in an operating system, stuff like that. And you guys, the 172, listening to me, there probably is a way to hack the system to becoming a wild human being, which would make you untrackable in the operating system some way. I don't know how, and I'm not even trying to figure that out, to be honest, because we're only 11 days out, there's not enough time, and what's the point? I could be completely wrong about 2020 being the end of the simulation, But I tell you what I'm not wrong about is 2020 is the end of something. Because I know for damn sure, and you know for sure, that you've heard by now that we are going into a great reset in 2021, which means 2020 is in game. And I said that in another video, but I need to repeat that again so that you understand that.
In half a mile, keep right
Jesus.
to continue on Lakeland Freeway.
Okay, thank you. Now, as you guys see, I'm going through Cleveland again. I gotta keep right. But anyhow, yeah, I'm not interested in how to hack the system. Look, when I play video games, the only game that I've ever
Keep right to continue on Lakeland Freeway.
Okay, she's just gonna overtalk me all the time. I need to I know how to shut her down. But even when I played video games when I was
Continue
younger.
for 11 miles.
Oh, thank you. So even when I play video games, and some people be like, oh yeah, you can hack the game and get unlimited lives or whatever. I just never interested in that. I want to play the game the way the game's supposed to be played. And I don't have any interest in hacking this matrix or simulation. And that's another thing too, and I'm about to let you guys go, but you know, there was somebody made a comment earlier about NPCs are not human, they're not real people. I love and care about this entire system. I do. I do care about this simulation. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's a bad thing, guys. Just because I'm exposing it doesn't mean that I'm against it. I think that it's a good thing. It's a way to preserve your family and loved ones, and through a medical procedure, this is important technology. I'm just exposing it after my alien intervention. I don't know how the hell that works, but anyhow, yeah, this has been my 12 minutes, and I hope you guys enjoy your time.